Howdy again, everybody. This is Doc with ThoroFan, and hope everybody had a chance to really enjoy the conclusion of this year's Triple Crown Series with the Belmont Stakes happening last weekend. Of course, it was a great few days of racing up in New York at the Belmont Stakes Racing Festival. Definitely great for me. I finally got the chance to be back in person at a racetrack for the first time in probably about a year and a half, thanks to the whole pandemic thing, but certainly enjoyed some great racing, some great performances, and now we're going to go ahead and look to what we consider kind of the second half of the racing season now. And that brings us to a very popular segment here on ThoroFan. It is time once again for the name behind the race. And for this week's segment, we are going to be profiling a race that is happening at Churchill Downs this weekend. And it's not named for a person, not named for a horse, not named for a place, not named for an event, but is named for something that definitely Kentuckians and almost everybody in the South enjoy on a regular basis. What exactly am I talking about? Take a watch and find out. So the term julep gets its derivation from way back in Persian times and is thought to be a combination of the Arabic word gulab and the Persian word julab, both of which mean rose water. In those times, water was mixed with rose petals to create a sweet-tasting drink. In both the English version of the drink and later the early American versions, the julep was used, as were many things at the time, as a medicinal remedy for stomach ailments. The mint julep made its debut in America in the later half of the 18th century by most historical accounts. It was still being used for some medicinal purposes, but was also becoming just a libation that many would enjoy on a daily basis. As described by John Davis's book, Travels of 4.5 Years in the United States of America, when he wrote it was a dram of spirituous liquor that had mint steeped in it, taken by Virginians of a morning. While being associated with the Kentucky Derby, more on that in a bit, it was actually in Virginian taverns that the drink first became famous. In those days, your social status often dictated what spirit was used in your julep. The more well-off were able to import the more expensive spirits such as rum and Genevieve and aged gin. Those of the poorer classes throughout the U.S. resorted to using bourbon in their juleps, which was all they readily had available to them. It is a little ironic in a way, since nowadays a true mint julep is considered to be one made with only the finest bourbon. Also, oddly enough, the mint julep was served without ice until the early 1800s, which kind of makes sense considering ice was not exactly readily available at most taverns in that time period. The mint julep became the official drink of the Kentucky Derby in 1938. Why? Well, no one really knows. So, we'll just go with the ever-popular answer of because. And because of it, there are now on average 120,000 mint juleps enjoyed over the Friday and Saturday race cards of every Derby weekend. Whilst I was doing feverish research for this piece, I did come across some very interesting facts about the mint julep, including such things as U.S. Senator Henry Clay introduced the drink to Washington and made it famous at the Round Robin Bar, where, according to some accounts, his original recipe for the drink is still used there today. Scarlett O'Hara of Gone with the Wind fame apparently was quite drawn to the drink, and, more importantly, its aroma. So instead of saying this at the end of the movie,
"You go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?"
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
perhaps the ever-dashing Rhett Butler should have instead stated, "Frankly, my dear, I'd make a mint julep." It was said to be a favorite drink among Confederate soldiers and their generals as well during the Civil War. In fact, the iconic Stonewall Jackson himself was reported to have offered it to those he conquered. Well, if you believe this historical account.
May the Lord anoint this hallowed field of battle.
There will be a mint julep waiting on the other side, son. Release your soul to me.
It was a drink of choice for many U.S. presidents, especially Teddy Roosevelt, who often would enjoy some using the fresh mint from the garden at the White House. he would also offer it to many of those he'd played tennis with after matches. True Kentuckians may have considered his juleps to be sacrilege, though, as he had them made with rye whiskey and not bourbon. Famous authors Ernest Hemingway, William Faulkner, and F. Scott Fitzgerald were all very fond of the mint julep as well, with Fitzgerald working the drink into his most famous novel, The Great Gatsby, and Hemingway being known for throwing one against the wall in a French bar because he felt it was made so poorly. While many who enjoy this fine mixture of bourbon, mint, sugar, water, and ice will say every day is a good day for a mint julep, there is actually a National Mint Julep Day, celebrated every year on May 30th. It is seen as the official kickoff to the summer season. Finally, in 2008, Churchill Downs unveiled the world's largest mint julep glass, which stood at 6 feet tall and was able to hold a staggering 206 gallons of the beverage. It was used to distribute more human-friendly sizes to derbygoers all weekend long. There are many different recipes for the mint julep out there today, and if you click on the small video box at the end of this feature, you'll be taken to a wonderful New Orleans barkeeper who will give you much more information about the making of the drink itself, while also entertaining you with a wonderful ode to the mint julep as he prepares one. Churchill Downs has also commemorated its love of the mint julep by naming a Grade 3 stakes race on the grass for fillies and mares after it. The race occurs each spring, with the 2020 running being won by the Populargram motion trainee Secret Message.
Finds a seam in between while fifth. Varenka picking it up with a 3-wide bid up to be fifth now. She's on the warpath down inside 6. Secret Message trying to muster up a late bid 7th, and it's Lost in Yard down inside 8th. Coco Chan on Honolulu Moon. They come for the top of the stretch. Juliet Foxtrot coming after Mitchell Road. They're 1-2 off the turn. Zoffel pops outside, and it's putting in a bid with 3/16 to go. Varenka 4th on the outside. She's on the warpath and behind. Bowie Crawl trying to come on late. La Senora is also there. Secret Message far outside as well. Zoffel strikes the front. Mitchell Road battles on Juliet Foxtrot. She's on the warpath. Secret Message outside. La Senora in between. Photo!